Coach, is anything going on?
Wow, I thought
Can't hear.
you can't hear.
No.
Wait a minute. Hello,
Hello.
you hear me?
Yes, I can. I don't know the rest.
If you
Yes, I
can,
can hear
then
you.
the rest should be able to hear. Is it loud enough?
Yeah, it's loud enough.
Okay. All right, that's good. So anyway, I was trying to say that today we started off by early morning going into the charts and trying to understand what's happening in the market, which is an early morning analysis. So we did a bit of the analysis in the morning, and the whole idea then was to see which markets or which charts were consolidating. Remember, the sniper trades we've been taking so far have been the ones that are associated with charts that are consolidating. At that point in time, they are consolidating. So essentially, what I did was I went to the market, okay, and opened up the charts. And while at the charts, I looked for markets that were not moving, that were literally just going up and down with a very very small, basically consolidating. And that is what I was looking for. So I'm trying to open up some charts here to show you which charts I looked at. But as soon as it comes up, I'll share. So anyway, while that was going on, I found some markets, and in those markets, I decided that we will go ahead and take some trades, or rather, do the pending orders. So I'm going to share this now. Okay, can you see that, Alvio? So what I did yesterday, I went ahead and checked on 6 currencies. So there's GBP USD, there's Euro USD, there's USD JPY, USD Australia USD, Euro GBP, USD CAD. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In fact, I didn't even do Euro USD. I did from here going down this way. Okay. And the whole idea was to look at higher time frames. So first I looked at the 1 hour, and I was satisfied that in the 1 hour, where I wanted to go, the markets were consolidating in the morning. So in the morning, what we had was something like this consolidation just around there. Okay. And then what I did was then move down to a lower time frame to set the trades. So on the lower time frame, I was then able to set pending orders, pending buy and pending sell. So pending orders on GBP USD, USD JPY, Australian. In fact, if you look properly, you'll even see some of my markings are still there. For example, here. Okay, this is a good one. See this rectangle here? That was in the morning. That's the way it was. It was not moving. And clearly, you see what happened when the market opened, started going up, and so it broke there. So as a sniper, you just time the market. You sit somewhere and you time it. Okay, and we'll see the results shortly. So then there was AUD USD. Let me see if I can. Okay, I think I didn't draw that one. Euro GBP. Yep, this one is still there. Okay. As you can see, it's still there, right there. So when the market started moving, it moved up and then started coming down. Now, this may have been a trouble trade, okay, because it may not have moved far enough to take profits. And sometimes that happens. You'll find that sometimes you set up trades and then they don't trigger the way you want them to. Okay. Then there's USD CAD. Okay, again, this is a good one because this is the way it was in the morning. So in the morning, it was just there for a very long time. Very long time. I knew it would break up. So it did break up. It came down, retested that point, okay, and then decided that it will go up. Okay. So I could go on and show you all of them, but you get the idea. It's the consolidation. And then the breakout from the consolidation. All right. So what I shared as snipers, I shared the following there. Okay. So these were the signals, and I think even in the group, in the WhatsApp group, I decided to be philanthropic and share. But for those who had subscribed for the service, they got this before everybody else, and so they were already in trade. So if you notice, each currency has two. USD CAD, there's buy and sell. Okay. Then Euro GBP, there's buy and sell. Australian dollar, there's buy and sell. USD JPY, there's sell and buy. GBP USD, buy and sell. Remember, these are pending orders, so it's a buy stop, sell stop, sell stop, buy stop, buy stop, sell stop, and so on and so on. What is important here for you, you don't really, well, this quantity here, and I think the significance of the quantity that I was telling you, once you're comfortable and confident, you can really make a lot of money by just changing the quantity. So the quantity here for now, we're using a small 0.02. That's for me, normally I use that, or 0.01. But as you become more experienced and an expert, you can scale this up. It can go to 0.05, okay? And very rarely, unless you have a big account, 0.1. Okay. So if you do 0.1 or even 1.0, then you can be looking at very high profits, but equally very high losses. So of interest to you was not so much that, because that one you'd already set. Okay. Of interest was the list price. So this is where you go and you click. Okay. And then you enter a sell stop from this price here, and then a take profit. So basically, you're saying if I'm entering a buy, I want to enter here. When I enter there, my stop loss will be this, my take profit will be this. All right, and then you set it up. And so each one of those, as you do, this is where you're entering, and these are your stop losses, and these are your take profits. And these are all pending, but after the market started moving, then suddenly all these things start changing. You see them lighting up different colors, and they start changing. Okay? In fact, I think on this platform, it will then say status, maybe in trade or something like that, or started, but no longer pending. So let's look at the intermediate results. I think I shared intermediate results while the market was still moving. So please note that these are actually 5 trades. It's 1, okay? That is 2, 3, 4, 5. So really what I was expecting, okay, was out of the 5 trades, okay, for me, out of the 5 trades, if 3 were profitable, then that is good out of the 5. But sometimes the market moves very fast that it triggers that first one, take profit, then comes back and triggers that one too, almost right away. So instead of 5, you end up with even a bigger, a lot, or rather, bigger win ratio. So let's look at the first results that we had. Okay, first intermediate results we had. Oh, I think I'll just show you the final results. Okay. All right, 1 second. Okay, so this actually is not even my platform. This is one of the traders in the class. I was so impressed at what he did that I decided to share what, his trades. So please note that the green ones are profitable, but the orange ones are the ones that went against him. So sometimes when you're copying the trades and putting them in, sometimes it's easy to make mistakes. Okay? So I was only expecting minimum 5 trades, okay, of which I thought 3 would be good enough. But because you're taking buy and sell, this is what happened. Okay? And as you can see, it's looking good, looking very good. So what did we do? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Basically, 8 trades that triggered that were in profit. 8 in profit. Okay. So, but we equally had some losses. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we had 5 losses. Okay. Now, in Forex, our goal is always to try and have more wins than we have the losses. Okay. First, you try to get more wins than the losses, and eventually, you start worrying about the quality of your wins. Right now, we're only concerned with at least being able to make a positive trade. And then once you start factoring in the agency, the commissions, and all those things, plus the what do you call the spreads, you might find that some of the losses, some of the wins are actually not big enough to give you anything. So, but that can only happen once you have already mastered the idea of making profit. Once you've made profit, then now you factor in things like the spread, the time of day, and so on. So you might have to increase your pip size, your take profit. So in this 8 profits, if we had gone at the, okay, I don't think in this platform they don't show the lot size. Oh yeah, it does. No, they don't show the lot size here. But this is CTrader. But in mine, in my platform, if you are now to increase the lot size, you'd see like $20, $10, $100, and so on and so on and so on and so on. Okay? But you start doing that once now you are comfortable in making the profit, more winning trades than losing trades. Okay, so I was very impressed by this. That actually, even though I was only expecting 5, if you had told me, okay, 5 out of 5, I'd have been like, wow, this is very good. But because from the 5 trades, we're expecting 5 because it's supposed to kill the other trades. But sometimes the market goes very fast. So you find that here we actually some currencies were hit twice when it was going up and it was coming down, and that's why we have more wins like that. Okay, I will pause and maybe open it for questions. So, just a quick overview. This strategy works only, or rather, not only, but preferably when the markets start moving. You set up your trades before the markets become busy. And so it's perfect in what we call London Open. Okay, the best market to trade this kind of strategy is the London Open because it provides the opportunity to for the markets to move very quickly, so you can then so you can trigger your trades. All right. So now we can have a chance to ask questions, especially those who had their trades. So I will not put you on the spot, but if you want to share how your trades went today, that would be good. But we have evidence that actually most of them took profit. Don't ever let anybody cheat you that they can get average 90%, 100%. Those are exceptions rather than the norm. Okay, normally if somebody's trading and they're doing 50, 60, then that is good, especially if it's consistent. Then what you do, you work on the quality of the wins. But first, you have to win. You have to, you know, uh, win the trades. Then you work on the quality. So the strategy is very simple. It's not rocket science. Like I told you earlier, what you do, you look for a market that is in consolidation. Remember, I told you markets are always either on an uptrend, okay, That's number one. Number two, consolidation is up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Number three, downtrend. So the good news is a good chunk of the time, the market seems to be always in consolidation. And many people don't like that. They actually hate that. They like when the market is trending. But unfortunately, no, the market spends most of its time consolidating, which for us or for somebody who wants to be a sniper trader, that's good news because each time it consolidates, it's just telling you it's ready to move. Okay, so what do we take advantage? We take advantage of that consolidation because we believe that it is trapped. You know, again, for those who are not in the previous classes, when the market, especially Asian market, when the Asian market at night is moving, it doesn't move very much. You know, little here and there, here and there, here and there. Okay, and then before morning, before London, you don't see a lot of movement, just a little bit like that. So what do? We take advantage and we draw lines or a rectangle to map the highs and the lows. Once we map the highs and the lows, we look to the left and see what was the last high or the last high of the night. In this case, you can say the last high was there. Okay, that's the last high of the night. And which was the last low? Maybe it was there. Okay, I don't know. Then you set up your pending orders. Your pending orders should be after that last high, unless this is so big, the space. If there was something, an intermediary high there or resistance, okay, then you can set your pending order there. So that becomes a pending buy. Similarly, at the bottom, if this market maybe was at night, it moved to, let's say, somewhere there, then what you do is you do measure this distance, okay, and then right after that, you put your pending order sell, pending sell. And for the London breakout, I always suggest 10 pips is good enough. If you do your 10 pips either going up or 10 pips going down, what will happen? What will happen is when London markets open up, the market will start moving, 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 and it will hit, trigger your trade, and you'll be in the trade, and before long, you'll have gotten your 10 pips. If it decides to go down, the same thing will happen. Move, move, trigger your trade, and before you know it, you have your 10 pips and you're done. Why is a sniper trading easy, especially for beginners? Because you don't have to chase the market. The market comes to you. You don't know where it's going to go, whether it's going to go up or down or sideways or what. You don't care and you don't even want to know. All you know is at the time at which the market will move, it will trigger your account. You know, it will trigger your trap and it will give you your 10 pips. Now, on some very rare occasions, again, rare occasions, will it trigger and then not complete? And that's how sometimes we experience losses, but that's very, it's rare. It's more, uh, so if this is the consolidation, okay, and you are targeting maybe to start here, so sometimes, okay, sometimes the market will trigger will go a little bit, and then it won't hit your profit. It'll come back. And then if it comes back, that's how you experience losses. That's how these losses have happened. This one's here. Okay. What happened was maybe the take profit was too high, or maybe we didn't pay attention to what was happening on the left-hand side. Okay. That's why we have to avoid if there's a resistance somewhere there. Okay. So we have to really look and see what's the next resistance. Then that is what will happen. That's how you'd make a loss. But usually, if you've done your analysis properly, you should enter into the market and easily get your 10 pips. All right. Questions?
Yes, thank you, Coach. This is Ken.
Yes, Ken.
Yeah, so for me, my experience today, the sniper trading was mixed, because some of my trades were good, but majority were not going the way I expected. So I got a little impatient and exited with a few losses before they got bad. However, I think I managed to get to take profit on two USD JPY, and I think it was USD AUD USD. Yes. But the others, yeah, I noticed that they were going in the wrong direction. And since I was getting away from my screen for a long time going for a meeting, I decided to exit with the losses because I didn't know what the final outcome will be. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I wish I'd shown you my screen. I think I shared initial, and by that time, a trade like AUD JPY. Already, I had like almost 8 pips. 8 pips could be anything. Could have been, depending on the lot size, it could have been $80 or $800. Doesn't matter. The thing is, when you do the analysis and you enter your trades, where we go wrong is sometimes we don't enter them on time. So we catch when the train is already moving. And so we enter as we enter into losses. And so it takes a while before that loss turns around and becomes a profit. So the two things you have to note is one, the timing of your trades. You have to enter them before. I know that some banks in Europe open around 7:30 in the morning, 7:30 GMT. But most of them, like London, opens at 8. I think 8. Yeah. You know, in that same region, there are other banks that are a little crazy. They might start causing movements into the market, and the market might start moving a little earlier. So if you're entering your trades later when the market has started moving, then you might experience some losses, and sometimes you might not recover from that. That's number one. But number two, the sniper trade works perfectly, especially okay, because right now we're in summer. We're in summer in the US and we're in summer in London, in Europe. The pips you're targeting, the markets have changed a lot. When you go for a lot of pips, right now you are very unlikely to hit your target. So you make it small and sweet. In fact, if all these trades, all of them, if you're just saying you wanted 2 pips, I'm sure you'd have hit all of them. But then we didn't want 2 pips. Okay. But see, that's why some people always ask me funny questions. They ask me, so how much money can you make in Forex? Well, it depends on many things, many variables. There's the number of pips, and then there's the lot size. So this lot size thing that we've been saying will come in very, very handy, very, very soon. Okay. Right now, I've been telling you just use 0.01. Believe it or not, there are some trades where you might even go to 0.1. Okay, 10 times that. Or if your account can allow, even 1.0. So if here you're making 10 pips, or let's say 5 pips, trust me, this will be 50 pips. And this will be 500 pips. Meaning, if 1 pip is $10, then this will be $50. This will be $500. And this will be $5,000. From what? From only 5 pips. What's the moral of my story? What I'm saying is, once you've perfected the whole idea of making your trades profitable, you've known how to enter, then the next phase is to come back now and play around with the lot size, because that's where the money is. Okay? That's why you always see me talking about pips. Learn to make pips, 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 pips. Because once you're confident, once you can do easily 5, 10 pips, 100 pips, 200 pips without blinking, then you're on your way to making the money. Back to your question, what happened was, I think in your case.
Yeah, actually, Coach, I've noticed something.
Yes.
Sorry. I noticed on this screen you're sharing, the difference between this screen and what I entered in the morning is after I entered the trades, I noticed that some of them, the take profit was 2 pips.
Oh.
So I stretched, I modified all my orders to 10.
Oh, yeah.
So I see why I didn't hit the target for some.
Okay, okay.
Because maybe it was waiting for 10 and then it didn't, and then it started going against me.
Okay,
So
okay.
I got impatient and killed them. Yes.
Yeah, and I think that's also my fault. When I was setting it up, I forgot to change the default setting on my take profit. Many of them are usually 2 pips, 2 pips, 2 pips. So instead of adjusting to 10 pips, I think I must have taken the first initial trades on 2 pips. Okay. But like I said, okay, this meeting will be ending in 5 minutes. We can, when it's ending, I can then log in again and we can make it just for questions and answers. If you have questions and answers. Okay, otherwise, right now we only have 5 minutes. Courtesy of Zoom. No, not Zoom, WebEx. All right. Any questions? Any questions? Nemo, how did your trades go? Okay, Nemo must have their. Okay, without Jackson. Wilbur, how did your trades go? So either you guys are not talking or you have no questions, which in that case, then I'm fine. I'm assuming you understand everything. And there'll be no need to log out and log in again. All right. So what happens from here again? What happens from here is, yes, we shall continue having our regular classes For those who have been in our classes before, on Saturday, I will start again from scratch. Okay, so time to tell your friends, time to tell all the new people that you've been wanting to invite. Okay, I will be starting again on Saturday from the beginning, like introduction to Forex, and giving the highlights on the important things. And it's very likely that I'll also I'll open the Seed Trader platform. I'll show you guys how to download and set it up so that we can use it for our Forex trading and training. Okay. So other than that, go to YouTube. You'll find this video and many other free videos for your learning. And again, as always, if you have any questions, feel free to text me, call me, whatever. Okay. Now, for those who have subscribed, remember the subscription is $10 per week, and you'll get this kind of signals every morning, Monday through Friday. All right. So if you have a demo account or trading a live account, take advantage of that because you don't have to wake up early in the morning and do the analysis. I'm doing it for you. Hence, that's why you're paying that small fee. Other than that, if you have no questions, I think we'll call it a night. Now, tomorrow, I'm not sending this in the big forum. These free signals, they'll only be to those who have subscribed in the smaller forum. And of course, like I said, subscription, you have to pay for that. But for today, this was free for you. And for the classes, as always, they'll always be free. Seeing no other questions, and it's almost time, I think we can call it a good night.